because it's been like 60.
I know.
So cold.
Brr. Have to wear a light coat, light jacket.
God damn!
Seriously, I've had jackets like friggin' the last months or so. It's ridiculous. It's not what I signed up for.
Stupid. Anyway, okay, listen, I don't want to dilly-daddle too long at the front of this thing because I really want to hear your goddamn this week because I know what it is. And I need to know the story.
You do know what it is. Well, first, gosh, don't get ahead of yourself. Welcome to episode 28, people.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everyone.
Yeah, but anyway, here's my goddamn, and I'm Erin.
Best intro we've ever done.
Yeah. I'll just get right into it because I know you're fucking dying to hear it.
I am.
So the other night, I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning because I heard a male voice in like, I don't know, fucking the ether. And I thought it was coming from my baby's room, like the baby monitor. Yeah, so I was like, the fuck? No. So I looked at the security camera to be like, is there someone actively kidnapping my baby right now?
Oh, no. The sheer terror.
Yeah, and he was fine. He was a little bit fussing around, like rolling, but there was nothing in there. And I was like,
There's
that's
a man
weird.
in my room yelling, Mom.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
sleep.
There weren't like hands reaching down for him. So I was sitting there like, you know, now your heart's pounding and you can't sleep. And then I heard it again, and it was coming from outside. It was the cops.
Oh, my God.
They were on their like loudspeaker thing being like, residents of street next to mine or house next to mine, come out with your hands up. We have the house surrounded. And so I got up and went, because that's Brandon's side of the bed is like right next to that window. So then I got up and went around, and I was like, well, let's see what's going on out here.
Yeah, what are the neighbors into?
Yeah, and fucking right there, like, I can see this house. I have a front row seat, and there's cops lining the street, blocking off the street, surrounding this house that's on the corner, and it's fucking SWAT.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, Brandon,
The SWAT team's here.
yeah, there's cops outside. And he was like, huh. And I was like, Brandon, there's cops outside. Like, this is something that he gets excited about, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's cops outside. You need to fucking wake up right now. And I'm like shaking him.
Were you like, turn on the scanner?
Right? And he was just like, huh, like whatever. And then I was like, can you hear me? And he said yes. And I was like, there are cops outside. And then they set off a flashbang grenade thing, whatever those things are called. That's a loud ass fucking noise and a really bright light.
Oh my God.
And Brandon goes, what the fuck was that? I'm like, motherfucker, I have been trying to tell you there are cops outside.
Oh shit.
And so he finally gets up, because that'll wake anybody up.
Yeah.
And it's like, we live in like a valley, so it just echoes through the whole fucking place. It was loud as hell.
I'm sure all of a sudden, like, the dog started barking.
Surprisingly, the dogs weren't going.
Really?
Yeah, because you're right. Like, usually the dogs will go crazy in this valley, but no, they weren't doing anything. So
interesting.
I was
like, oh, it's just the cops.
Yeah. We gotta stay quiet so they can get this perp. So I was looking out the window, and Brandon got up and was like, I'm going outside, right? Like, he's going on the balcony, which overlooks this house. And so he's out there, and we're just watching, and they're like, oh, we're fucking have your house surrounded. Come out, blah, blah, blah. And they're setting off flashbangs in the back of the house. Like, I don't know if that's what they're called. That's what I think they're called. So if anyone is like, the fuck is a flashbang?
I think it's not, when you said that, I can picture it.
Yeah, it flashes and it bangs. That's what I know about them. And so Brandon was like, usually they send those, like they throw those and then they just rush in. Because like, that's like, oh, we're distracted, right? And like, I don't know, war movies, your ears are ringing.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
Scares them. Yeah. Startles them.
So that's happening. And they're like, just still repeating over the thing, like, oh, come out, we have your house surrounded. So then, after a pretty tense standoff, one person comes out the front door, and there's like green laser pointers, like, you know, laser pointers, I'm sure, right? Those are guns.
Yeah. They're not laser pointers.
And so
they're
the
like, gun is aimed.
Yeah, like circling this person, like, I'm gonna get him. And this motherfucker just moseys down the stairs, like, doo-doo-doo. And I'm like, I would have been like, hands up, everything. No, this person was just like, whatever, I'm coming out.
You got me.
Yeah. And this is after like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so.
Oh, shit.
So like, this was a tense standoff. And then this person moseys out. So then they shoot out the windows of this house.
What? After the guy came out?
Yeah, because that apparently wasn't the guy.
Oh,
so
that's
there's
why
another
he fucking
person
moseyed
inside.
out. That's a really good friend, by the way, to like mosey out with a bunch of guns pointed at your ass.
Yeah.
I'll create a diversion.
I feel like I would have been like, why'd you get me into this? Like, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah.
I got to go now.
Yeah, I definitely would come outside. Not to say, like, you're a great friend for coming outside, but to be like, you know, nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing here. That's nothing more suspicious than that.
It's fine. There's no, like, dangerous person inside. No. So, they come out, and then they fucking shoot out the windows of this house. Like, all of them.
Oh, shit.
And then they throw in fucking smoke bombs.
Oh my god.
So
did they have like fucking zip lines and grapple hooks sending them in?
Not yet. No, they shot them in with like a shotgun or something. It was the kitchen window, and I saw something go in, because again, didn't have my glasses on. I saw something go in, and then I saw a bunch of like sparkles and shit, and then just smoke started fucking pouring out. And I was like, did this motherfucker just light his house on fire?
Oh my god.
Because that's going to create a problem for everyone in my goddamn neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to have to put pants on. This isn't okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, my stomach dropped and everything. I was like, motherfucker, why didn't they just go in? And then they would have solved this whole fucking problem. But no, it was okay. Well, by okay, I mean, it was just smoke bombs.
It was planned.
Yeah. So they threw those in, and, like, fucking, again, 10 minutes later or something, this person finally comes out of the garage, which was open, like, halfway.
Yeah.
And so they just, like, mosey on out, like, you got me.
Oh
Like,
my god.
seriously, dude? So then that guy comes out, and then the cops are like, let's break all the rest of the windows for fucking good measure. I'm not sure why.
I mean, if I were a cop and it's 2 a.m. and I have all the equipment.
And you had to wait that long, and you're just like, fuck these people, right? So then they have this long-ass pole with, like, a round thing at the end. I feel like it should be a fist, and they were just, like, tapping the 2-story window, like, the second story, just, like, tink, 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 and just taking out all of the glass.
I wonder why.
Maybe
to air out the house.
Yeah, I think it was to air out the smoke. But also, like, I'm pretty sure windows usually open.
Yeah, typically.
So, like, maybe don't cost me another fucking $600 or however much windows are. I don't know.
That's so weird. I wonder if maybe the guy was like, wait, I have cats in there, or I have kids in there, or something.
I don't think
So they're like, let us help.
Let us help. I think it was just to air it out because they maybe thought that wasn't the last guy.
Oh,
because
so like...
then SWAT fucking rushed in, finally.
Oh, God.
Rushed after, like, fucking 45 minutes. They
Go!
rush in. Yeah.
Okay, now?
Should we go? So they all go in, and, like, you can see them in the windows because now all the windows are fucking busted out and stuff.
Oh, my God.
And the lights are on in the house. I don't know what they were looking for. I don't know. They didn't
found.
find anyone else. Like, no one else came out.
Whoa.
Yeah. But holy shit, right?
That's crazy.
And then it was done. And I was like, do I just go to sleep now? At one point, Brandon came back inside because, like, anytime something exciting would happen, he would run back inside and be like, did you see that? And I'd be like, yeah. Because I was literally just laying in bed, like, looking out the window still, like, ooh, this is fun.
And I get my popcorn.
Exactly. Like, I'm warm and cozy. It's fucking 50 degrees out there. I'm not going outside. And at one point, he ran back inside and was like, yeah, they were pointing the laser pointer at me. And I was like, Brandon, that's a gun.
Oh, my God.
I was like, what were you doing? And he's like, nothing. I was like, what did you say? Because he was allegedly drunk.
Oh, God.
When he had gone to bed. So this is a couple
God.
hours later. And so I was like, this motherfucker is just, like, spouting off his mouth, right?
So, like, get him.
Yeah. Look, they ain't going to come out. That's not going to do it. Like, whatever stupid shit he has. The peanut gallery is what I'm saying.
Oh,
so then,
my God.
The next morning, I woke up and I went and looked at the house because I'm like, I mean, I wonder.
What's it look like?
Yeah, what kind of shape they left it in. The fucking blinds were hanging outside of the house. The windows are all still out. Like, it wasn't boarded up or anything. The garage door was still open. I'm like,
they just left.
Yeah, you guys want, like, TVs or something? A little bit of smoke damage, but...
Wait, is it still like that, or did they board it up?
No, it's still... The windows are all still broken.
Oh, my God. After this, I want to go look.
Yeah,
but
I was going to show you before, and then I was like, no, I have to tell her on the podcast.
Okay, I don't have my glasses with me. They're in the car.
I have mine. Don't worry.
I need to borrow yours.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, man. God damn.
Yeah, that was my exciting
Holy
night.
shit.
Give me your goddamn Stacy.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say I saw you post on Facebook, like, the picture and be like, you gave little niblets. I didn't know the whole story.
Yeah.
And so I texted you, like, fucking tell me the story. And you're like, no, you have to wait. And I'm like, God damn it. We need to record. Okay. So my goddamn is pregnancy related, which is not a big shocker. I've been holding a lot of them back because I'm a miserable pregnant lady.
Yeah, it's a pretty miserable time for most pregnant people.
Everyone's like, it's a beautiful experience. And I'm like,
you're glowing.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's sweat.
It's
hot.
Beer. Yeah.
I have a hot flash right now.
Yeah. I'm fucking ripping my clothes off because I'm making a goddamn baby. And everybody's like, how do you feel? And you're like, oh, like I want to fucking go to sleep forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So one of the perks of pregnancy.
Hashtag pregnancy perks.
Pregnancy perk. Because I'm part of the itty bitty titty committee. I got them itty bitty titties. One of the perks is that your boobs get bigger.
Yeah, yeah. You wear those V-necks now?
I can wear so many things that I couldn't wear before. Like my fancy pretty bras that I bought forever ago.
When you were pregnant last time?
No, I bought these bras, like at Victoria's Secret, which are my size. But Victoria's Secret is not fucking consistent. Like, if you buy... Sorry for all the guy listeners, this is totally a boob talk, but maybe you'll learn something.
Yeah.
But Victoria's Secret has, like, T-shirt bras, and those fit my little tiny niblets perfectly. Those ones fit perfectly. But then, like, the really pretty ones that are, like, fucking $50 a pop,
yeah,
they don't fit so pretty or nicely. They always, like, gape at the goddamn top, and if I wear a V-neck and bend over, the whole world can see my nipples. So... I never get to wear those bras. So I get to bust out my fancy pretty bras lately, and I've been wearing them and been like, God damn, these are so pretty. I love it. Yeah,
like, dang, I'm dressed up on the inside.
Yeah, no one will ever know except for my husband, and I got this big old pregnancy belly, so it's not like I'm strutting my stuff or anything.
You're just rubbing it.
But I'm still excited because shit, man, like fucking 10 years ago, I spent $50 on these things, and they're still in mint condition. You could hang that shit back up on a clothes fucking hanger and resell it. All right, so here's my fucking goddamn part about it all, though, is that my bras never have to actually support shit. They're just there so that you can't tell if I'm cold or not. And now they have to support shit. And you are going to be like, zero sympathy coming from me because you have to deal with this all the time. But holy fucking shit, bras are so goddamn uncomfortable when they're actually supporting crap.
Yeah.
The fucking underwire.
Yeah. It jabs into like your under armpit area because it's like, this is the only leverage we have.
All the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like the underwire is coming out. It's just there, how it works, how it functions. And you're like, motherfuck, all day long I'm sitting there stabbing at the side of my tit, and I'm like in a meeting like, god damn, I can't wait to rip this fucking bra off when I get home.
Yeah, and then wash it too many times and it'll literally stab you.
Well, that is the second part of my goddamn.
Oh, goddamn.
I have a favorite of my fancy bras that I like to wear because it's like the most comfortable. And literally after fucking like 4 washes, not even that many, the wire's already coming out.
Ugh.
And I'm like, god damn, I spent $50 on this. I should at least get 5 washes out of it.
At least,
like $10 a wash.
Yeah.
And that shit feels like you're dying on the inside when it starts to happen.
Yeah, you ever been stabbed in the tit before?
Yeah, and you're like in
fucking
public. I'm like stabbing down my cleavage with my finger trying to shove the wire back in.
Trying to move it back around.
Yeah, and then it hurts your finger because it's sharp, so you're like trying to fold the fabric of the bra on itself so that you get like a little padding on your thumb so you could shove the wire back in.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It doesn't. I know every chick here with boobs is like, yeah, that fucking sucks. And all the itty bitty titties are like, that sounds miserable.
Wonder what that's like.
Never had that problem. But yeah, so anyway, that's what I dealt with like one day out of the week. This week was I was in a meeting and my bra started to come fucking undone and stab me in the tit, and the whole time I'm like, I'm for sure gonna have to get a goddamn tetanus shot now.
Yeah, why don't they just like, I don't know, grind down the corners of that shit so that it's like round at least?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Because the tit is probably like the least favorite part to get stabbed in.
Yeah, it's so sensitive.
Yeah,
especially when you're pregnant and they're growing.
Seriously.
And it's like, oh my god, don't even look at them, they hurt.
They can feel you.
Yeah.
Oh god, you poor soul.
Anyway, that's my goddamn. Every guy is like, what the fuck does any of this mean?
Every guy now is just thinking about boobs. So you're welcome.
You're welcome for the tit thoughts. Don't think about mine, they're not that impressive. All right, on that note.
Yep. Are you ready to hear my story?
Let's get this shit on the road?
Yep. Well, we'll get it on the read.
Yes. Let me answer that. Yes. I'm ready.
So, this is Erin, for anyone who hasn't been able to tell our voices apart still.
I still listen to us, like, before we publish, and I'm like, we sound exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I don't even remember making that joke.
I'm funny.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that didn't happen to me.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, Erin, give us your fucking story.
Okay, so mine is actually a recommendation from a listener.
You. Our listeners are on it with these stories that I've literally never heard of before, and then every time I look it up, I'm like, God damn, this is a good one.
Seriously, me either. I was like, oh, she said it's fucking something she's never heard on any podcast. Like, that's cool, right? And
Yeah.
so I went and looked it up, and I was like, Jesus.
Ooh, I'm excited.
All right, so it's from Melissa Clark. So, what's up, Melissa?
Yo, yo, yo.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
Motherfucker.
And I hope that you enjoy.
Appreciate the story.
Yeah.
That you already know.
Yeah, which you've already heard, but you can, I don't know, just hear us talk over it for a while.
So all you listeners, fucking thank Melissa.
Yeah. All right. And if it sucks, it's her fault. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. So, it is the Wichita Massacre.
Ooh.
Yeah. It happened in Wichita, Kansas, December 8th to the 14th in the year 2000.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was like a spree,
Oh,
one
God.
might call it.
Okay.
It was two brothers named Reginald and Jonathan Carr, who were 22 and 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They were from Dodge City, Kansas.
Okay.
But they were like, let's go on out to Wichita for this
Reginald.
spree.
Yes, Reginald. Let's go.
Right? I
Let
bet he
us.
went by Reggie. I would have.
He probably did. Or like Reg.
Yeah. Sup, Reg? So,
Reginald.
Mills.
I'll stop.
So, a little bit about their past. Their parents were rather violent with each other, and they divorced, and their dad abandoned his responsibilities as a dad.
Yeah.
They didn't say that he abandoned them or anything, so I'm sure that they still saw him, but he wasn't like, sup, let's play games, right?
Yeah.
And then their dad and later their mom's boyfriends and stuff would sexually abuse their older sister.
Ugh.
Yeah. Not a great household.
No, I wouldn't want that for a dad.
No. Their mom remarried a man, and their relationship was just as bad as the first marriage.
Oh, God.
And there was, like, violence, and the husband had pulled a gun on their mom at one point, even.
Holy shit.
So, I don't know, nature versus nurture or something.
Yeah, this guy didn't grow up in like a nice, loving home. Or these guys.
So then the boys went to live with their grandma, but she was also a mean lady, and she would punish them with an electrical cord.
Oh, like beat him.
I would assume, yeah,
Okay.
like hit them with it.
My brain went through so many thoughts.
They're like, what is she hooking this up to? Reginald would get into fights in school and was not doing well, obviously. He was really protective of Jonathan, and he started to get into drugs and, like, having sex and stuff.
Of course. Wait, did you say and started having sex and stuff?
Yeah. This is like
Getting into drugs and having sex. How old was he?
high school, so not that far-fetched.
Sounds typical.
Yeah. But also, like, he's just getting distracted, you know? Drugs and girls.
He was like the bad boy at the high school.
Exactly.
He was the Charlie Sheen.
Ooh, yeah. So then
God.
Jonathan attempted suicide by drinking antifreeze
No.
in high school when he was, like, 16 years old.
Why?
Well, he didn't have a great home life.
No.
Suicide's never the answer.
No.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
these boys were a little messed up.
Yeah. Okay.
So then Reginald, apparently also in his early 20s, he married and divorced a couple of times. And by early 20s, I mean, he was only 22 when this all
Jesus.
took place. And they were like, he's been married and divorced
Oh, my
a couple
God.
of times. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I waited a long time to do that. Not
Yeah.
to divorce.
Still waiting on that one. And they both had arrest records. So they weren't doing great in their life.
Not stand-up citizens of society. In
no.
society.
No. So then, for some reason, they decided to take that out on a bunch of people.
Okay.
And this became known as the Wichita Horror,
Ooh.
or the Wichita Massacre. But,
It sounds like a scary movie.
right? The Wichita Horror. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
So, no one's really sure why they went to Wichita as opposed to Dodge City, where they were from, or like what actually physically prompted the spree. So then they drove to Wichita on December 8th. And once they got there, they robbed a 23-year-old man who was an assistant baseball coach named Andrew Schreiber.
Okay.
And then on December 11th, the brothers confronted a 55-year-old librarian
Aww.
as she was pulling up to her house, and they held a gun on her in an apparent, like, carjacking.
Oh, shit. At her house?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. They
No,
were
thank
like,
you.
hey, get
Give
out
me
your
your
car.
car.
And
Ah.
she was like, nope, fuck that. So then she tried to drive away.
Yes. It's a
And-
good idea.
Yeah, well, one of the brothers shot her a bunch of times. Not sure which brother.
She didn't drive way fast enough.
No. So a neighbor ended up calling the police when they heard her car horn going off.
Oh
'cause
my
she
God.
had collapsed onto it.
No.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful.
Okay, well, now I have a new complex pulling into my own driveway.
Yeah, right? Can't get away from it. So then on December 14th, the brothers broke into a home on Birchwood Drive, and there were 5 people inside named Brad Haka. He was 27. Heather Mueller, she was 25. Aaron Sander was 29. Jason Beffert was 26, and his girlfriend, who was 25.
Oh, so this is like roomy situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they all lived there,
Oh,
but
okay.
but they could have been roomies. And there was a dog,
No.
and the dog's name was Nikki.
No.
So the brothers rounded up all the people in the house, and then they robbed the house.
Mm-hmm.
They found an engagement ring that Jason was planning to give to his girlfriend.
Oh my god.
How fucked up is that?
Heart-wrenching. That sucks.
Imagine being the girlfriend, and she was there, and they come out like, oh, cool, I got an engagement ring. Like,
Oh
oh,
my god.
that's so nice to
That's
hear.
mine.
Yeah, can I have it?
I say yes.
So then it gets pretty fucking bad.
Oh my god.
So the brothers forced all 5 of the victims to strip naked and then
No.
bound them.
No.
And they repeatedly raped the women
No.
and forced the men to engage in sexual acts with the women
No.
and the women with each other.
Oh my god.
So pretty fucked up.
I'm plugging my ears like that'll help.
It
Oh my
won't help.
God.
Then they took them to ATMs and had them empty their accounts, and they took the money that way.
Uh-huh.
They drove them all to a soccer field on the outskirts of town where they shot each one of them in the back of the head, like execution style, one by one.
Oh my god. Why? You have everything. Just leave them
Right?
alone.
Just fucking go.
Oh my god.
Then they drove, because they had hijacked Jason's truck to do this.
Uh-huh.
They drove Jason's truck over their bodies and left the scene.
Why?
Fucked up.
Okay, first of all, I need to recap just a little bit.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It's really weird to me. First of all, it's weird that they're killing people. But it's really weird to me that these brothers are making people do sexual acts together. Like, that's your fucking brother. You don't
Yeah.
need to be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they partook in sexual acts together because they raped the girls, right?
Well, yeah, they're at least. Ugh, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
why? That's fucking weird.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's your brother, dude.
I don't know.
Your dick should never be out in the same room if you're brothers. Unless you're taking a piss. The bathroom is the one
I thought you were gonna
exception.
say, unless you're taking a pic, and I was like, why? Can you get the right angle for me?
Unless you're taking a piss, and then you shouldn't be talking to each other. And if you are,
No, and
it's
facing
only...
different ways.
Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of rules in my head for dicks being out. in the same room.
Apparently. Without even owning one. You're putting so many restrictions on them.
Listen, if people are going to put restrictions on my bodies,
There you go.
my
We'll start
bodies.
putting them on them.
All right, if my titties have to stay in these uncomfortable bras, your dicks have to stay in your pants if you're in the same room as your brother. I feel like it's a fair compromise.
Hard rule. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's pretty fucked up. I just don't like
God,
it.
those poor people.
Yeah. So, fucking twist.
Okay.
Jason's girlfriend survived being shot in the head
No.
because she was wearing a metal hair barrette and it deflected the bullet.
Oh,
What?
shit. She had someone fucking watching over her ass that
Yeah.
day. Oh, my God. Did they run her over, too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. And that's the one that was going to propose to her, right?
Yeah. And it was her would-be fiance's truck that ran her over, too.
That's so fucked up.
So you just witnessed
Did
all
she...
of your friends and your boyfriend would have been fiance
Oh, my
get killed
God.
and everybody gets run over. Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Yeah. The brothers went back to the house and they ransacked it some more.
Okay.
And
They went back to the fucking scene of the goddamn crime.
Yep.
Idiots.
Plug your ears.
Oh, no, because there's a dog.
They beat the dog to death with a golf club.
Why? The dog cannot identify them.
Right? There is no reason to kill that dog.
Why would they do it like that?
I don't know. It's fucked up.
Oh, my God, that's
Like,
awful.
what is going through a person's head at this point?
I hate
where you're
it.
like, this is the action that we should take.
Oh, I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
There better be some awesome karma at the end of this goddamn story.
So,
I hope someone beats them with a fucking club.
right. During this time, Jason's girlfriend gets up and walks
Ugh.
naked
Oh, my God.
to a house that was like a mile away.
Holy
It's
shit.
December in Kansas. It's
Ugh.
snowing.
Oh, my God.
And one of the residents there saw her and called 911. So she
Ugh.
got rescued.
Yeah.
And she's alive. But
Oh, my God. She's like, my whole fucking friend circle.
yeah. So the media picked up on the case pretty much right away. And a man who remembered seeing a truck that matched the description of Jason's truck, he saw it parked in his apartment complex.
Okay.
And he called the police.
Good.
And then another resident of that apartment complex recognized one of the brothers as someone they had helped carry a large screen TV to their room.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? That's
Fucking
a TV they stole.
evidence?
Yeah. So then,
Exhibit A.
this TV. So then they went to this apartment complex and they arrested Reginald Carr. And he was identified by Andrew Schreiber, who was the first guy that the brothers had robbed.
Okay, wait. How did the media or the police or whoever put out this notice to say, look for these people? How did they know who the people were? Like the brothers?
Oh, well, the media was looking for Jason's truck.
Oh, okay. And then so because of Jason's truck, the people were like, oh, I helped a guy with that truck. It was this guy.
Yeah. So now they have them identified.
Okay.
Okay, so then during all this time, Jonathan Carr was sleeping at his girlfriend's house, and her mom came home and saw him on the couch and was like, nope.
Get the fuck out.
Yep, and calls 911. And he had Jason's engagement ring with him.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't gonna.
I mean, he didn't get the chance to.
Good.
So he attempted to run, but was found by the police, like, shortly after.
Was she like, I'm gonna call the police?
Probably. I can't imagine her being quiet. Like, the fuck are you doing here?
What a bad idea.
So then both brothers were identified in a lineup by Ann Walenta, who was the lady that they shot in her car
Oh, wait, she survived?
right before she succumbed to her injuries and died.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. How
Oh,
fucked up. But she got to identify them. So
Thank God.
I mean, one last act of, like, vengeance, I guess.
Oh, my God.
So during the trial, a trauma surgeon reenacted the shooting of Ann Walenta,
Ugh.
and apparently it was so graphic that one of the jurors fainted and had to go to the hospital.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good juror for that.
No.
I have a very overactive imagination.
Seriously, is this even good to have a podcast with you?
No, it's really not. Oh, man.
So then Jason's girlfriend was able to testify against the men, and
Wow.
they were convicted of multiple counts of kidnapping, robbery, rape, 4 counts of capital murder, 1 count of first-degree murder, and animal cruelty.
Holy fucking shit.
Right? According to Google,
My sources tell me.
my sources say first-degree murder is both intentional and premeditated, and capital murder is first-degree murder that is aggravated by special circumstances and can be punished by the death penalty.
Okay.
I had to Google that because I was like, why did they get 4 counts of capital murder and 1 count of first-degree murder? Like, that doesn't
Yeah,
make
like,
any
what's the
sense to me.
difference?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the difference in any of it. I'm actually learning a lot. doing
I've
this
learned a lot
podcast.
from doing this podcast, too.
So the 4 people in the home were capital murder, and Ann's was first-degree murder.
Why the difference? Because they were in their home?
I have no idea,
Interesting.
but there is one apparently, because you
Okay.
can get the death penalty for it.
Yeah, good.
So then the brothers were sentenced to death as well as life in prison in October of 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And then the laws in Kansas got a bit fucky. And
Was there some fuckery afoot?
there was some fuckery afoot. And in 2004, the Kansas Supreme Court overturned the state's death penalty law.
No.
And this means that the brothers and all the other inmates that were on death row moved back to, like, life in prison.
Mm-hmm. Without the possibility of parole?
I don't know.
I would hope.
I would hope so. If you were sentenced to death, I would hope that if you got moved to life in prison, you wouldn't get the
Yeah,
possibility of
yeah.
parole. But I don't know that for a fact. But The Attorney General appealed it to the Supreme Court, and it was found constitutional. So the Carr brothers and all the other inmates were returned to death row.
Oh, shit.
Then,
My God.
yeah, then on July 25th, 2014, the Kansas Supreme Court overturned the death sentences against the Carr brothers because of trial judge error.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And then the state attorney general appealed that to the high court, and in January of 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court reinstated the death penalty of the brothers.
Stop it.
Seriously.
What a fucking emotional roller coaster ride for these assholes.
Fucking right. Imagine being Jason's girlfriend.
I know.
Like, they're
That's
on
true.
death row.
From,
No,
like,
they're
the
not.
victim side.
But how fucked up is that? So they're on death row again, but
Oh, my gosh.
I think they're still alive.
How
Because
long
I
does
didn't
it-
see anywhere that they had been executed. But
Yeah. How long does it take on death row? It takes a while, right?
I know it takes a really long time. Yeah,
Unless
I
you
don't
live in
know.
Texas.
Yeah, then they're just like express lanes.
They're like, did you say yes? Because the needle's in his arm.
Well, hope we got the warrant on that one.
I pushed the plunger. Sorry.
God. Yeah, but that's it. So they're still
Fuck.
on death row.
God
And
damn.
also,
Holy shit.
my mom used to wear those hair braids all the time.
She did. She would have lived.
Right? Like, I don't know, man. What if she hadn't put that in that morning? How fucked up.
This podcast is going to give us so many complexes. Like, we're going to
Seriously.
have fucking metal barrettes all over our hair.
Seriously. Or what if they shoot from this side?
Just walk around with a goddamn Kevlar vest and helmet.
How, like, 1 in a million, though?
That's insane.
to be able to survive that. That's fucking crazy. And then to be run over by a car.
Oh, yeah.
That poor girl.
No.
Ugh.
That's awful. God damn. God damn, Melissa.
Yeah, goddamn, Melissa, you made me read that. That's been in my head, and I haven't been able to wait to share that with you because I want it out of my head and into your head.
Yeah, thanks.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
That's all you got for me.
Yeah.
Also, how fucking random it was.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the
they
scariest
didn't
part.
plan any of this.
That is what scares me the most.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's so crazy to me. That's like my worst nightmare come
No
true, to be
fucking
like,
thank you.
oh, you've done literally nothing wrong, and these people come in.
Oh, you're minding your own business? Let me just fuck up your world real
Not
quick.
today. Yeah.
Assholes.
As I have fucking SWAT outside my house. Apparently I'm living next to some pretty seedy characters.
Yeah,
but
pointing guns at your husband.
yeah.
Well, fuck, man. Goddamn.
Yeah. God damn.
All right. You ready for my goddamn story?
I have never been more ready for anything in my life.
Well, not my goddamn story, but my goddamn murder story.
I'm ready for your goddamn murder story.
All right. Well, let me tell it to you.
All right. Lay it on me.
Okay, so my story is about Rex Allen Krebs.
Rex?
Rex.
Good name.
This is actually the second killer that had the name Rex that I've covered.
Oh.
And both were listener suggestions. So this is a listener suggestion. This is from Megan Garib. Sorry if I said your last name wrong.
Garib? Yeah.
Garib?
Garib?
Maybe it's
I don't
Garib.
Garib?
What up, Megan? Okay, so this all takes place in Megan's hometown of San Luis Obispo in 1998.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that's not too far from us.
No, it's not.
By the way, I love Slow. We went there for a wedding, like, I don't know, 4 years ago or whatever. That place is so fucking beautiful. Okay, so November 12th, 1998, Rachel Newhouse, who was a 20-year-old junior at Cal Poly University,
Oh, okay.
she was out having drinks with her friends at a local bar and grill that was called Tortilla Flats.
Ooh, sounds bomb.
I know. I don't know if it's still there, but goddamn, I want some tortillas. I want some fucking chips and salsa. I'm pregnant. I want anything.
Have salsa downstairs.
Oh
Homemade.
my god.
Yeah.
What, maybe fucking intermission. We're going to get down on some chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Okay, so the friends arrive at about 11 p.m. at this bar and grill.
First of all, I know
Every
I've
time.
said this before. That's
Every
so
time.
late to go out.
Every time. That's because we go, like, right as the bar opens.
If you get there before 7, it's free cover.
And then we stay, like, well past the closing. Like, the
Yeah.
lights come on, and we're like, oh, fuck. It's time
Why
to go
can
home.
I see everyone now?
I know, but it always feels like it goes so fast.
It does.
So you're right. 11 is far too late.
Yeah.
Anyway, at midnight, Rachel and her roommate were seen outside of the women's restroom, and it seemed like they were kind of in like a heated argument or something.
Oh, shit. This is her roomie?
Yeah, her roomie.
Okay. She's probably like, why did we get here so late?
Yeah.
I didn't even have that much time to dance
I
or
want-
eat tortillas.
That's probably exactly what they're arguing about.
That's what I would argue about.
I'm not fucking ready to leave in 2 hours.
Yeah. I have so many more tortillas to eat.
Stop the time. That's what I have you around for.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rachel was visibly upset and drunk, and decided to walk a 2-mile walk home alone.
God
so she
damn
was
it.
like so pissed about the time that she decided to go home alone.
That is an awful idea, ladies.
Terrible
And
idea.
men, but
Yeah.
mostly ladies.
All of her friends claim that this wasn't like her, and it wasn't like it in the plans for the night for her to walk home or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they must have had rides or some shit. And she had never done this before, but evidently this night she got drunk, she got pissed, and she left.
I would do that. That's not far-fetched.
I was gonna say, that's fucking me on fucking 10 o'clock news being like, Aaron would never do that. Aaron would never leave us. But I've chased your ass down the fucking street as you're pissed leaving, and I'm like, why are we mad? I thought we were having fun.
Yeah.
So I guess it isn't that far-fetched. But luckily, not to throw shade on Rachel's friends, but luckily you have good friends who chase after you.
That's true. I do.
Or you have me.
I have you mostly, but I have other good friends that'll be like, hey, go get Stacey.
Exactly.
Erin's off her goddamn rocker again.
You can hate me all you want, but
Yeah.
I'm going to drag your ass with me.
Seriously.
We're getting murdered together.
Or fucking follow her. Like, if she's mad, just walk behind her.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
Yeah, that sucks.
The next day, Rachel was due for work at a local brewery, and she never shows up.
Oh,
Also,
no.
she wasn't home when her roommates got home and shit. So they get concerned, and they call the police.
I don't like this already. The roommates didn't come home and they're like, oh, she left before us and then didn't fucking show up. We're going to call the police. They didn't call the police?
They, like, waited till morning, and she
They
missed
waited
her-
till she didn't show up at work, and then her work people were probably like, where is she? And they're like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit, where is she? Maybe, like, her door was shut, and they thought she was sleeping or something?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so I would still check on you. Like, hey, you cool? You throwing up in a bucket? You need me to put your hair up? What's going on?
Yeah. I'd put a trash can by your head.
Yeah, you want some water? Here's some warm-ass Gatorade.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to put it in the fridge. God damn.
Every time.
Okay, so the police retrace her steps for that night, and they find that at some point on her walk home, she would have had to make a decision to either continue on to the road that she was on to get to her home, or she would have to cross a footbridge,
Okay.
which, if you live in San Luis Obispo, it was the Jennifer Street Bridge. And this bridge, I guess, crossed over some railroad tracks for pedestrians.
Mm-hmm. Footbridges always kind of seem sketch to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this fenced-in area that's the size of an alley, I'm going to walk over.
Yeah, but not sketch enough that you wouldn't cross one when you're drunk, because we used to cross the Little Murder Bridge every time we'd go drinking at
That's
the local
true.
bar.
Also, I'm real brave when I'm drunk.
Uh-huh.
It's not good.
But, I mean, I had a pocket knife in my boot.
Yeah, that we totally would have gotten out.
It said mean bitch on the knife.
It did.
Okay, so they check out both paths. And as the police go and investigate the bridge, they find a large amount of pooled blood at the top of the bridge.
Ooh.
And they also find blood trailing down the stairs of the bridge into the
No.
parking lot.
No.
And then the trail just stops.
Oh, God. Into the parking lot?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So investigators test the blood, which this is like in the 90s, right? Yeah, 98. So DNA test took a little while to come back, like a couple weeks. It wasn't
Yeah.
like 24 hours. But they do determine that it's Rachel's DNA.
Oh, God.
So the blood amount on the bridge was like a significant amount, but it wasn't enough to indicate that she had died on the bridge.
Okay.
It's just that she was really injured. And the investigators suspect that Rachel was attacked on the bridge and then brought down the stairs and put into her abductor's vehicle and then taken to a second location.
That's
and,
fucked up.
Yeah, and that's like why the blood trail stopped,
That's fucked up.
because that's where the person was parked.
I don't like it.
I know. So after interviewing...
What
yeah.
fucking person is parking in a parking lot next to a footbridge and then walking up onto the footbridge? Like, you have a fucking vehicle, person.
Yeah, you don't need to be on a footbridge.
Yeah, you're just going up there for nefarious activities.
Indubitably.
I don't like it.
After interviewing everyone that the police could find to interview and processing the crime scene, investigators had zero leads as to who could have done this to Rachel.
No.
And they couldn't find Rachel either. There had already been a string of abductions in San Luis Obispo, so the police were like getting worried that they had a serial attacker on their hands. And they were like, fuck, man, we gotta like figure this shit out. Because a similar disappearance had occurred 2 years prior in 1996 when another Cal Poly student named Kristen Smart had attended a party by herself. I guess she had like kept trying to get her friends to go with her to this party, but they all wouldn't go. And so she went by herself and she got too drunk. And at 2 a.m., she was passed out on the front lawn.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a fun party.
Yeah.
Two of the party goers saw that she was too drunk and, like, crashed on the front lawn. And so they decided to help her walk back towards campus where her dorm was.
Mm-hmm.
And along the way, they run into a fellow Cal Poly student, and his name was Paul Flores, a.k.a. Chester the Molester. That was his fucking nickname.
And they were like, you're in good hands.
Well, I guess Paul convinced Chester. I don't know how this, your name isn't even fucking close to Chester.
Well, probably because he's a fucking creep, and people were like, you know what rhymes with molester? Chester. Call him that, because he molests people.
Yep, that's exactly what they did. So Paul convinces the other two people that he'll take care of Kristen from here. Like, I got it from here.
God, that's fucked up.
And they were like...
But they probably didn't know that was his nickname, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Everything just said, like, he was known as Chester the Molester, and I'm like, But if I were, like, here to walk someone home, I'd follow it through.
Yeah, I don't think I would, like, pass off the torch.
I don't think I would.
Especially to a dude.
I guess if you're drunk, too, though. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because it was the couple, like, taking her home. It was a guy who had found her on the lawn, and then he enlisted, like, his friend that was a chick, like, hey, can you help me? Because there's this drunk girl.
Yeah.
Which, smart on the guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah. Okay, so they let Chester the Molester take Kristen, and that was the last time that she was ever seen.
Oh, my God.
So the police send cadaver dogs to search the campus, and the cadaver dogs hit on Paul's dorm room and on his mattress.
Oh, no.
And Paul denies ever knowing anything about Kristen's disappearance, and he gets himself a lawyer who advises him to practice his Fifth Amendment right to, like, not fucking say shit. And he won't answer any of the questions for the cops. So there's, like, a bunch of interviews, and they're like, hey, do you know what happened? And he's like, I'm going to exercise my Fifth Amendment right and waive whatever, not talk.
Yeah.
So the cops never had anything to charge Paul with Kristen's disappearance or anything, and the case just went cold. So 2 years ago, this thing happened.
And Paul was never charged, so he was still out and around.
Paul was never charged. He's still walking around, and everyone's like, hey, remember 2 years ago how this exact same thing happened? It's fucking Chester the Molester. Maybe you should, like, go check him out. He probably fucking took Rachel.
Yeah.
And so the San Luis Obispo police are like, we can't link this to him in any way. They, like, interview him and everything, and they can't link it, and they can't figure out who the fuck did it. And so they're like, yo, FBI, we need a little help. So they call in the FBI. Mm-hmm. And they want to get a psychological profile on the kind of guy that they should be looking for or dealing with to see, like, does this profile match with Paul? Who should we even be looking for? Like, what kind of guy would do this?
Yeah. So awesome job. I would love to do that.
I know. I feel like I would speculate too wildly, though, that I might lead them in the wrong direction.
I feel like every person that I profiled would be like, he's 30 to 40, a loner.
Probably has a mustache.
Lives with his parents or alone.
He likes butter pecan ice cream.
It would just all be the same guy.
He thinks he's Burt Reynolds.
He has 80s glasses. The round ones. A bowl cut and a mustache.
Tinted yellow.
Yeah. He wears button-up shirts, short
to the
sleeve.
neck.
Yeah. He is Dwight.
He has a beet farm.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
And they'd be like, that's who you said for the last one. And I'd be like, did you find him?
Yeah. It's probably the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the FBI comes in, and they say that likely it's a male, and it was a sexual attack. And, I mean, they don't have any evidence of this, but they're saying, like, the two women who were abducted and everything, it's probably sexually related, motivated. And maybe he's, like, a drug or alcohol abuser because of the risk that he took, like, in attacking Rachel in
on
public.
That bridge,
Yeah. That, like, if you were in your right mind, you would have fucking planned that a little better and not in public.
Or just, like, not done it. But, yeah.
That too.
Either way.
He didn't kill her right away, so likely you're dealing with, like, a sexual sadist. And so he committed the crime.
But also, that much blood, she might have been knocked out and he might have thought she was dead.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But they were thinking, like, okay, he, like, wants to rape this girl, so he, like, knocks her out and then takes her to,
home.
like, needs some privacy now.
Yeah.
And so he takes her away so that he can do his fucking
dirty stuff.
Yeah, deed. While this investigation is going on for Rachel's disappearance, and they don't have any leads, but they get this, like, FBI profile, right? So they're looking around. It's 4 months after Rachel's disappearance, and another woman goes missing.
No!
Yes. So this is a 20-year-old woman named Andrea Crawford, and she was a devoted student who got amazing grades and loved animals, and she never partied, and she lived, like, a really low-risk lifestyle. She was just, like, a good little student.
No. no.
Yep. And on March 11th, 1999, Andrea was studying in her room of her apartment where she lived alone.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. This is where the complex comes in.
Yeah, seriously. Get roommates, people.
So
Apparently, we can have to wear metal barrettes and never live alone.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I could live my life like that happily.
Yeah.
So she goes to bed and she's awoken by the sound of a crash and her cat letting out this like god-awful meow that sounded like a fucking scream or something.
Oh, God.
And so she realizes that the sound is coming from her bathroom and she goes to investigate, like, what the fuck is this? She goes in the bathroom and is immediately attacked and knocked unconscious
No.
and then taken from her apartment.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Was there a window in the bathroom?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
The following day, Andrea's mom was trying to get in contact with her and couldn't get a hold of her, so she called the police and was like, hey, can you go check on my daughter because she's not answering her phone? I can't get a hold of her. Can you do a wellness check?
Yeah.
The police go in, and Andrea's not answering her door or anything, so they break into the apartment, and it looks like the apartment is untouched. Like, no scuffle or anything happened until they go into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they find a small 2-foot by 6-inch bathroom window had been like broken into. It was wide open, and Andrea's blood was splattered in various locations in the bathroom.
Oh my
like a struggle
God.
had taken place there.
No!
Yeah.
A 2-foot by 6-inch window?
Yeah, like the tiny bathroom window that you feel like you could leave open and no one could ever get in there. So
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
And I think they said it was like 10 feet off the ground or something. So
Oh
you
my
feel like it's high
God.
enough that you're like, you'd need a fucking chair or something.
What a fucking crazy person.
Right? So they search her place and they find that 2 pillowcases were missing, a bunch of VHSs and cassettes, and a VCR was missing,
That's weird.
along with Andrea's car keys, which had a magic 8-ball keychain.
Uh-huh.
They were missing as well.
Okay.
So they find Andrea's car in the parking lot, and in there is her purse. So it's clear to investigators that she wasn't like a runaway, and
yeah. And the person didn't take her car then.
they didn't take her car, but they took her keys, and so they thought maybe that her abductor had taken her keys as kind of like a trophy.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah, because it's such an odd thing. Like, okay, VCRs and cassettes, maybe they're like fucking selling them on the black market in fucking 99, but
In the swap meets.
yeah, but the random car keys and not taking the car, they were like, that's odd, that's a trophy.
Yeah. Especially if it had a keychain on it.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get rid of all my keychains.
Yeah, you have some pretty fucking unique ones, too.
I have a lot of keychains.
So, and like one key.
Yeah. Brandon won't carry my keys. It's like a goddamn janitor. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh, God. So all the cases involved like very similar victim profiles of young college students who even looked similar. And
Ew. Was
So-
he like stalking her?
so all the evidence was pointing towards like a serial attacker.
Oh, I don't like it.
And the pressure was on for the cops to like get this guy before he struck again. Right? Because people are freaking the fuck out right now.
Yeah.
So the police or the DA, I don't know which one, they put out a notice or published an article or something like that stating the similarities of the cases and the profile of their quote-unquote guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, we're looking for this person, saying likely the perpetrator has a history of attacking women and abusing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And they also think that he keeps trophies of his victims, like the 8-ball keychain. So they're like, look out for this guy, because this sounds like a serial thing. Here's his habits that you would be looking for. If you have a case similar to this, let us know.
That's scary.
Crazy, right? So a local parole officer, his name is David Saragosa, he heard of the missing women cases and immediately thought of his parolee, 33-year-old Rex Allen Krebs.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess Rex had a history of violence towards women and had served time for 2 specific incidences of terrorizing women 12 years prior.
He had served time already?
Yes. And that's why he was on parole.
Yeah. Why would you let these people out on parole?
I'll tell you why.
If at one point you're like, that sounds just like this guy who's on parole, well, that person should never be on parole.
I agree. So here's what happened.
Okay.
On May 24th, 1987, so this is what happened 12 years prior to get Rex in prison.
Okay.
Or jail or wherever the fuck he went for this shit. Shelley Crosby, a 21-year-old divorced mother, came out to a restaurant and she passed Rex on the street when she was heading home. And he tried to get her attention, like catcalled at her or whatever, and she ignored him. And this pissed Rex off. And so he...
That's so fucking scary.
I know. Yep.
You know how many people I've ignored in my life?
I know.
Because it's fucking scary.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she ignores him. This pisses him off. So he follows her home. And I guess Shelly's kids were like with a sitter or something, and her roommate wouldn't be back till 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't a good sign.
No.
Shelly walks into her empty house and goes to bed while Rex decides to wait outside in his car for 45 minutes.
Okay. She didn't know she had been followed.
No, she had no idea.
Oh, what a fucking creep.
Yeah. Later, Shelly was woken by Rex because he had put his fucking hand over her mouth.
Nope.
And she says that, like, okay, she could smell, like, a lot of cigarettes and booze and everything.
Oh, I hate it.
And she felt a blade against her neck.
No.
Yeah. And so he tied her up and raped her repeatedly.
Oh, fuck that.
Until he heard the roommate's car return. So this is like hours, right?
Oh, my God.
He leaned over her and whispered in her ear, "Have a nice day." And then he fled.
What a fucking creep.
Ugh, I'm going to throw up everywhere. Okay, so, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It really does.
I really don't like rape, and we've done a lot of rape cases lately, so we're gonna
I
have to pick
don't
some
know that
different ones.
anyone does.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 weeks later, Anishka Constantine was sleeping in her home next to her 7-year-old daughter in bed
No.
when she was awoken by a crash. And Rex was in her room. So he pointed a screwdriver at the edge of her eye
It's fucked up.
and was like, "I'm gonna rape you." I don't know what he said, but, you know, intentions, you get it. You know what's happening.
It was the implication.
Yep. And so the 7-year-old started freaking the fuck out naturally.
Yeah.
And Anishka offers money or anything that the guy wants. Like, just leave us alone, take my money, take whatever you want. Please, just don't hurt us.
Yeah.
And Rex replied, "I want you."
Ew.
Yeah. And so Anishka tells her 7-year-old daughter to hide under the bed, like, while the shit's going on.
Oh, my God. I would at least send her to the bathroom,
I
but...
know. Oh, my God. I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, so while the 7-year-old's under the bed, she finds a phone under there.
Oh, shit.
And she tries to call 911, but the phone is fucking dead.
No.
But this is like 9 or 80 something, so I'm imagining it's not a cell phone. It must be like a home
landline.
phone. So
Yeah.
did he cut the line or something? I don't know.
Why would there be a hooked up landline under the bed, though?
I was
It was
thinking maybe
probably,
it was like on the nightstand and got knocked over or something.
Oh. I was thinking like it was probably the old one and they just pushed it under the bed to be like, that's where we store stuff.
Maybe. Oh, that poor little girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rex started to unzip Anishka's pants, and she convinces Rex that they should go into another room because of the 7-year-old daughter. And as they're walking in the hall, she sees a knife on his belt loop, and she fucking swats it off at him. She's like, "Acha!" and like flings the knife off.
Whoa.
I have some pretty sweet moves over here.
Yeah.
I reenacted it.
Yeah, you did. There was like karate coming out of nowhere.
You don't even want to see my high kick.
Damn, good on her though. I'd
Yeah.
be fucking terrified. I don't know
Okay.
that I'd have like the fucking
Guts.
steady hands.
Yeah, to pull off a procedure like that.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, "Blah!" And then
Yeah.
screw myself more.
And then he'd be like, why did you hit me?
Like, Jesus, do you have epilepsy?
I don't even want you anymore.
Okay, so they struggle for the knife because she knocks it off onto the ground. They struggle for it, and she gets it,
Oh my God.
and she stabs at him. But it hits him right where his belt buckle is, and it doesn't stab through.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's my worst nightmare. And so Rex gets pissed and starts hitting her over the head,
Oh,
like
God.
onto the wall, like hitting her head onto the wall.
Yeah.
And somehow she manages to escape him
Oh my God.
and runs outside and gets her neighbor's attention.
Jesus.
And so Rex obviously flees, but Anishka and her daughter got a good enough look at him that they could positively ID him in a lineup. So that's how he got caught.
And then they were like, yeah, parole is fine.
oh, here it comes.
Okay.
So he admits to the rape of Shelley and the attempted rape of Anishka. How fucking awesome is it that she didn't get raped?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, so, and in exchange, he got a plea deal where he was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Okay. I was
Which-
going to say this motherfucker better not have gotten off, but
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like someone should stab his eyes out and cut his penis off, but 20 years. Okay, I'll take it.
okay. Yeah.
So after a 10-year stint, he was released on parole for good behavior and because the prisons were too full.
oh
So they were
my
like,
God.
he's a model prison inmate, so we're going to let him go 'cause
That's
we don't have any
fucked
room
up.
for him. So this is where the parole officer, David Saragossa, he was assigned to Rex because he's
Yeah.
on parole, right?
You know why he was a model prisoner? Is because there was no one there to rape.
Yep. Isn't
That's
that
fucked
something?
up. I don't like it.
Maybe you should consider the crime before you consider if he's model or not. Like, this person keeps torturing animals, but he hasn't tortured animals in 10 years since he's been here. Well, yeah, because it's prison and there's no animals.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so the parole officer is all suspicious of Rex, and he decides to pay him a surprise visit at his home, because he's like, this matches your fucking profile.
Yeah.
Let me see what the fuck you're doing over here. So when he gets to Rex's home, he finds Rex wearing a back brace around his ribs, and he's in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And Rex said that he had fallen off a 4-foot retaining wall into a pile of wood. Like, I guess he had firewood stacked around this wall.
Okay.
But the parole officer didn't see any other injuries, like scratches or anything on his arm, to indicate that he had fallen into firewood. Like, you'd be scratched up a little bit or something. And the officer had recalled, like, obviously he's recounting this later, but he had recalled that as a kid, he would get locked out of his own home sometimes, and he would have to, like, break into his own house. And he would always do it through this small window. And every time he would do it, he would always hurt his ribs squishing through.
Ooh.
So he was like, hey, this case had a bathroom window. You're saying your ribs hurt. You're saying it's because of this other injury. I don't see anything to corroborate your story. So
This is fucked up.
yeah.
Good
so-
on this fucking cop, though.
Dude, right? He's
Our
crushing
parole
it.
officer.
Give this guy a raise.
Seriously.
So the officer passes along his concern to the sexual predator unit. I guess they have one of those.
Okay.
And they go and investigate Rex. And they pay him a surprise visit, and they search his home. And they don't really find anything from, like, the missing women, but they do find some BBs. And Rex admits to owning a BB gun, which violates his parole.
Okay.
There's, like, a little more to the story. They, like, find the BBs, and he says, oh, yeah, I have a gun at work. And then they, like, ransack his work a couple days later, and they find the BB gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they arrest him because you're not allowed to have a fucking BB gun.
Okay.
And after they arrest him, they search his home for a second time. And that's when they, like, do a deeper search.
Yeah.
And they find Andrea's stolen VHS tapes
Ooh.
and a wooden box with receipts from a lumberyard that he worked at. And on those receipts had, like, women's names and addresses. And these women were, like, customers of the lumberyard. So it must have been, like, he got their addresses through their, like, system, you know?
Yeah.
And also, they find Andrea's 8-ball keychain.
No.
Yep. So when they search in a crawl space under his house or under his porch or wherever the fuck his crawl space was located, they find a truck jump seat, like a removable seat from the back of a truck.
Okay.
Like cab area, you know, those like foldy-uppy ones that suck.
Yeah. The little ones.
Yeah, so they find one of those, and it has blood on it. So they, like, send it to the lab to get it analyzed to see whose DNA it is.
Yeah.
And it tests positive as Rachel Newhouse's,
Oh,
which is the first girl, the drunk girl that was walking home.
Yeah. Over the footbridge.
So when he was interrogated, Rex eventually admits to the murders of both Rachel and Andrea, and he gives the details on how he did it.
Oh my god.
So, the night that Rachel Newhouse was walking home from the bar, alone and drunk, he was driving in his truck after having 6 fucking shots of whiskey.
Okay.
And
First of all, shouldn't drive drunk.
Yeah.
Second of all, shouldn't do anything else like attack women.
Yeah. Can you just stay home and drink if you're
Yeah.
going to be a fucking
Asshole
crazy,
about it.
Yeah, crazy alcoholic. If you're going to be a dick, can you just stay home, please? So he saw Rachel walking as she was heading for, like, the footbridge and everything. And he could tell that she was, like, drunk. I guess she was stumbling.
Yeah.
And so he decided to pull ahead and parked his truck in the parking lot. And he grabbed a fucking scream mask. First of all, who has that in their truck? But you know those, like, melty skeleton-looking face ones? I was like, ah! Anyway.
Well, this is like when fucking Scream came out,
That,
isn't
it was. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so he had a scream mask, and he put it on, and he waited for her on the goddamn bridge.
That's fucked up.
Right?
I would shit myself.
I would fucking shit myself so hard.
Ugh, that's poor
Ugh.
fucking girl.
Yeah, so he saw her coming, gets up on the bridge, ambushes her when she shows up, and beats her in the face until she's knocked out. And then he puts her in the back of the cab of the truck and ties up her hands.
Oh, God.
And then he takes her to the second location. Like, he pulls over to some remote area to tie up her legs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he did it later, because she wasn't awake yet or anything. And so then he decides to take her to this abandoned A-frame cabin that wasn't too far from his home, where she eventually regains consciousness. And he untied her legs and raped her and shoved her underwear in her mouth and then, like, tied a rope around it and, like, hog-tied her and shit.
Oh, fuck, I don't like it.
I know, and then left her tied up. I should have put like a massive fucking trigger warning that this is about rape. But that's like probably the most detailed. I'm not going into fucking rape details. Anyway, so he leaves her there and he goes home. And then,
that's awful. He leaves her there?
yeah. And then
While she was alive?
Yeah. And he's like, I'll fucking come back in the morning. I don't know what his goddamn plans were.
Oh my God.
I remember reading somewhere that he came back like 20 minutes later or a short time later. Like he was like, I just can't leave her there. And so he went back. So I don't think he waited till morning or anything. Supposedly it was like fucking, I don't know, not that long later. He comes back to her. And when he returns, he says that he found her dead because she had died from like trying to escape and ended up strangling herself with the fucking ropes he had tied on her.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if those ropes were tied to something also.
Well, it was probably like if you hog tie and then to your neck or something.
Ugh.
Like if you were to put your legs straight. I read a book. It was a bad book.
Okay, so it explains how that would happen.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so that happened. And so he took her body and buried her in a grassy knoll on his property. On his fucking property.
That's fucked up.
On his property.
This poor fucking girl.
I know. So, as for Andrea Crawford, the lady in the apartment, he had staked her out specifically. Like, I'm going for her for some reason.
Yeah.
And he had cased her apartment 4 to 5 times before he had actually attacked her.
This isn't just a drunk whim.
No. This was very planned. And so he waited for her to go to sleep and put pantyhose over his face to, like, distort how he looked.
Ugh, I don't like it.
I
It's
know.
so fucking creepy.
I know. And then when he saw that she had gone to sleep, he began checking all of the windows and doors to see if they were unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them were locked except for that small 2-foot, 6-inch bathroom window, which he opened and decided to squeeze into. But he hurt himself doing so. Exactly how that parole officer had said that he remembered doing as a kid. He, like, hurt himself. And so Rex crashed to the ground as he was, like, climbing in. And that's the noise that woke Andrea. And the cat screeched because it was in the bathroom. And it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, scared the shit out of the cat. So Rex attacked her right when she came in until she was, like, knocked out. Like, just started like, he didn't. I couldn't find anything that he brought a weapon. It was like he just beat the shit out of these people.
Oh my God.
And he worked in construction, so he was like strong. And I'll put a picture up on our website, but there's one where he's like posing and he's got a lot of fucking muscles. So you don't want to get hit by this guy. I'm sure it doesn't take much. So he attacks her until she's knocked out, and then he hog ties her and put duct tape over her mouth. And grabbed the 2 pillowcases and filled one with all the VHS and shit that he stole.
Yeah.
And then he put the other over Andrea's head. And then he throws her over her shoulder, which I don't know how you do that when you hogtie someone. And he takes her to his truck. And on the way out the door, he sees her keychain and grabs the 8-ball keychain as a trophy. He admits to doing that. Like, I did that because this was like my conquest, like what I was going to save.
That's fucked up.
It's so gross. It's so gross. Also, how... 2 questions before I go any further. How can you knock someone out, throw them over your shoulder, and take them to your car twice, and not one person saw this shit?
Seriously.
And not one person was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Well, I guess it was the middle of the night, though.
Yeah.
And if she didn't,
true.
like, have a chance to scream or anything,
Ugh.
neighbors might not have heard.
Oh, my God.
But it was an apartment complex?
Yeah. Or it might have been a condo. It was some sort of, like, kind of tight quarter livings, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so he brings her back to his house where he rapes and sodomizes her repeatedly until he gets tired. And then he goes downstairs and falls asleep on the couch and leaves her tied up on the bed.
That's fucked up.
But she's alive still. So she manages to escape her restraints. But she doesn't have her glasses or her contacts in, so she can't see shit.
Oh, no.
And so she's coming down the stairs, and she makes a noise, and it wakes up Rex, who's on the couch just downstairs. And he's like, oh, fuck, she's seen my face. Now I have to kill her. And so he grabs a rope and strangles her to death.
Oh, my God.
That's fucking terrible. So
she hadn't seen him, though, because
she can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking right, man. Dude.
Oh, that's awful.
It's so awful. So Rex buried Andrea 20 feet from his goddamn bedroom window in his yard.
What a fucking creep.
That's so creepy. All right, so he was sent to trial because this guy did all this shit, right?
Yeah.
and he admitted to it in the interrogation. So he was sent to trial, and on May 11th, 2001, he was sentenced to death. And he is currently on death row in California's San Quentin State Prison.
California has death penalty?
I guess so.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Maybe it's like one of those, like, we've taken it away and we've given it back so many times that we just don't know where it stands anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's grandfathered in.
It's fucking Verizon Wireless for prisoners. Excuse me, I want unlimited data. We'll grandfather you in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Okay, so our listener, Megan, who suggested the case, she said that she lived in SLO at the time that Rex had worked in construction and shit.
Fuck that.
And that the dude worked on the house of a guy she was dating at the time. Like, she would come visit her boyfriend, and there would be Rex hammering away. Like,
no!
Yeah, what the fuck? And he also lived, like, really close to a family that she used to babysit for. Like, in the same fucking canyon or some shit. And so she was like, I could have been one of those girls.
That's so fucked up.
Isn't that crazy?
He saw your face.
Oh, my God. He saw your face, Megan.
He saw your face, Megan.
It's not cool.
That's so creepy.
Really? Well, we're glad that he didn't get you.
Yeah.
Obviously. Fuck,
I'm
man.
glad that he didn't get anyone else, but
Yeah.
especially you, Megan.
Fuck. Anyway, that's my goddamn story.
God damn.
Fuck, man.
God, that is so scary.
I don't like these rape ones, guys.
No.
But that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I guess she had also said that one of the victims that he had, because I'm sure there was a lot more victims than what he admitted to. Or
Yeah,
anything,
of
'cause
course.
there was like a slew of this shit going on. But one of the victims that he had singled out, he found her through his work. Like, he had done, like, installed a skylight or some shit at her house.
God.
And then that's how he, like,
was like, that's
I'm
the
gonna
one.
get her. I didn't find that in anything, but maybe Megan remembers that from, like, fucking news reports when it was actually happening.
Oh my
How
God.
terrifying. What if, like, all of a sudden on the news it was like, there's a serial rapist right in your neighborhood?
No.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
No. That's why I have Carl.
Carl's so dangerous.
Yeah.
He's so sleepy right now.
He is a sleepy boy.
Anyway.
God, that's fucking terrifying. That's
Yep.
going to give me nightmares.
I know, man. And then, okay, so I was a single mom yesterday because Lee wasn't around. And so going to bed, because I had just researched this the night before, going to bed, I was like, there better not be fucking someone hiding in my house or staking outside my house. So I was like walking around, making sure all the goddamn windows were locked.
Seriously.
Ooh, freaky.
Have all your blinds closed all day.
Yeah, then we have one of those, like, keypad entry into your house thingy, beep, beep, bloop, bleep, you know,
Yep.
to open the door. And so the whole time I'm laying in bed, I'm like, did I just hear it? Is someone trying to figure out the code? Like, I was tripping myself out so
God.
bad. That really should have been my goddamn. But alas, I am safe.
Yeah. Well, thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I don't know what I would do without you.
Yeah, I know.
What?
We... I thought you were on the same page because you looked as excited as me. We have a goddamn this week. A
We
listener
do have a
goddamn.
goddamn.
Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Let's
I'm so
fucking
excited.
do it. And then let's listen to the goddamn.
Yeah.
Joke never gets old. So this week's goddamn is brought to us by Stuart Walker.
Isn't he in the UK? Isn't
He's
that what
in
he
the
said?
fucking UK. Are
Oh
you
my
excited?
God, I hope there's an accent.
Okay, I don't know why you said it like that, creeper.
Because I'm a creep.
You are a
Not
creep.
as much as the creeps in our fucking podcast,
No,
but
no. You just saved everybody from me singing another song. Okay, here we go. Stuart Walker, one of our newest listeners, and we're so fucking pumped to hear your goddamn.
I said, goddamn.
oh my God, it's perfect.
Oh, that's the most beautiful goddamn ever.
I
God,
love it.
I fucking love these. We need more of these
We
people.
really do.
They literally make my life complete.
I
Holy
know.
shit. That was awesome, Stuart.
Thanks, Stuart.
Welcome to the fucking club.
Yeah.
Stu, can we call you Stu?
He probably fucking hates that.
He's like, no, I'll kill you.
I'll kill you. That's my name is Stuart.
Oh,
You are amazing.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And now we have more listeners, so maybe some other people will also be amazing and send them in.
Yes, please.
Guys,
Yes,
I'm
and
looking
gals.
at you. Mostly I'm talking at you.
Because we have a captive fucking audience.
Yeah. Haha, suckers.
Also, we haven't had shout outs in forever. We should give a couple shout outs.
Oh, we should. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot on Twitter. You guys are fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Josh P.
Yeah, what's up, Josh?
Yes, Josh P. from fucking Twitter. You rock.
Yeah, you do. Hell yeah, you rock.
Ernesto.
What's up, dude?
What's up? And Brazen Lisa.
What's up, girl?
Shayna from Twitter.
Oh, what's up, Shayna?
These people are fucking awesome. They're all fucking binging and then tweeting at us, and we love it.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, and we got Facebook peeps. Belle. Oh my God, I love her name. Oh, I can't even. Okay, I can say her last name. Belle Dombrowski.
Dombrowski. That's how I would
I should
say
be
it.
able to say it because my last name has a ski at the end too.
Yeah. But hell yeah, Belle, welcome to the club.
I love your name. Like
Stacey's
I want to have a baby girl so I can name her Belle.
Oh, but you're gonna have a boy.
Look, there she goes, the girl. I won't sing Beauty and the Beast.
Please
Or
stop.
will I?
That's her jam.
Summer Woods.
Yeah.
Stephanie Barrios. We got some awesome reviews on iTunes. Wacky and then a bunch of numbers. I won't read them all off. And Spooky Mitch. It's probably Spooky Mike? Michelle? Spooky Mish?
Spooky Mish.
Spooky Mish.
Yeah, but we've been getting reviews, and you guys are so awesome.
Yes.
And please rate and review us some more. We
Yes,
love
yes,
seeing
yes.
them.
Yes, yes, yes. If we missed anyone, it's not because we don't fucking love you to death. It's because we didn't write this shit down as it was happening, and now we're trying to go back through history and remember, and we suck at life.
That's true.
But if we didn't shout you out and you feel you deserve it, you just fucking send us another email, and we will make sure that you get your goddamn shout out.
Mm-hmm. Or a handwritten letter.
Ooh.
To P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979. And is it Samantha that's going to send us something? She said she mailed us
think so.
something?
I don't
think so,
remember.
too. I'm on the lookout, girl.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Get it.
You
Ooh.
best believe.
Also, follow us on social media. We're at ISGD Podcast, and that's on Twitter, Facebook, and now Instagram.
Yeah, we're joining the rest of the world in social media here.
Yep. Check out our website, isgdpodcast.com, for pictures related to our cases. You can fucking get in contact to us there. We also have links to our merch and all this other cool shit.
Hell yeah. Stop on by.
The water's fun. Creepy.
And very exciting.
Drum roll.
We are gonna start a Patreon.
That was my thunder thighs slapping together.
Jesus.
We're starting a Patreon.
It made a very accurate drum roll.
I've practiced.
But we're gonna start a Patreon, and so we'll have like bonus episodes for
Yes.
you guys. If you want to do that, we will. I think we want to try and get it up by April 1st.
Yeah, and I think we're going to, like, ease on into the Patreon pool because we want to do this right.
We haven't really looked into the Patreon thing too much other than
I researched a case for it.
researching a case, and we set up an account. So
So we're on it.
we'll figure that out. But we're shooting for early April, and that'll be really exciting. So,
Yes, so keep an eye out for that shit on social media, and also we'll probably be blasting it on the next episode as long as we have it all set up and ready to rock.
True.
Also, one of the fun things we wanted to do, it was Aaron's idea for the Patreon, is to come up with like a little Q&A sesh
Oh, yeah.
after we like read our little story. So if you guys want to ask us any questions, send us some goddamn emails.
Yeah.
Fucking contact us, write us, longhand write us. We don't care. Send us any question. It could be about cases. It could be personal questions. It could be fucking like...
It could be advice on your relationship. It might not be good advice, but we'll give you advice.
Yeah, oh, wouldn't that be fun if people asked advice from us? Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
We are not qualified for that shit.
Yeah, huge disclaimer. We're not qualified for anything like that, but
No.
we will give you our opinions.
Yep, we sure will.
So, if you ever wanted an opinion from two fucking basic Southern California girls,
Bitches.
you got it.
Who cuss like sailors and love beer.
That's true. We do those things.
Yes, so we would love if for the first episode when we record it, we have a couple of listener questions. That'd be so fucking fun. So send them to us.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love you guys. Please subscribe, rate, and review us. Send us some love letters.
Yep. Do all of the things, and we appreciate the fuck out of you.
Love you guys so goddamn much. And don't get raped.
Or murdered.
Please.
Enjoy your week.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios, turd nuggets.
And if you're all caught up on our podcast, stay tuned for a promo from Mixed Media Forest Podcast.
Every day, we're surrounded by media. books, movies, art, music, games, apps, podcasts, etc., etc. With this constant bombardment, it's easy to miss great media gems in the chaos. But fret not, you've come to the right place, my friend. I'm Jason, and I love media. I invite you to check out the Mixed Media Forest podcast, the podcast where I trudge through the forests of media to find hidden gems for you, the listener. Every episode of Mixed Media Forest is chock full of fun, reviews, nostalgia, positivity, news, rants, stories, and recommendations about all things media. Again, that's the Mixed Media Forest podcast, created on Anchor Podcasting app and available everywhere fine podcasts can be found. Give it a listen. It's what all the cool kids are doing.